Prestige is an age-old symbol. We're in Norwich Cathedral. The Normans spent 50 years building this, and the city spent another 300 years creating the upgraded definitive statement. The spire itself is the second tallest in Great Britain. However, impressing people with power and wealth is not the exclusive domain of the church. Take, for instance, BMW's flagship, the 850 series. When it was first announced in 1990, 1,000 UK residents requested and queued to spend £60,000 in order to own one. It boasted a huge 5-litre V12 engine, and it offered 300 brake horsepower just for the extra prestige. It was the first production car with multiplex wiring. It was the first V12 with a 6-gear change. It gained all kinds of prestige, but inevitably got a reputation for being overweight and for underperforming. So in 1992, BMW Motorsports division answered with an extraordinary 850 CSI with a staggering 5.6-litre engine and an no less £80,000 price tag. Critics unfortunately parked it alongside the big Mercedes SLs and the huge Porsche 928. It was not succeeding. Undaunted, BMW turned to their lighter V8 unit, and in 1994 they launched the 840 Ci, which grew into this 840 Ci Sports, which in a single year has sold more than the 4 years of the V12 put together. So what does it offer? First of all, you have this huge V8 engine that has been enlarged to 4.4 and can give you 286 brake horsepower. Then you have state-of-the-art spoilers, front and rear, and you have a set of wheels for which you pay a lot of money and which you can guarantee to lose any car sponge. Wonderful little nuggets all the way around. Everything inside is perfectly trimmed, all in high quality leather. These seats and headrests have their own safety harness built into them so as to allow you all the joys that are traditionally with the BMW Coupe's pillarless side windows. The rear seats offer no more than the Jag XK8 or the Aston DB7 rivals, but in the boot it's nearly twice the size of the DB7, despite the DB7 costing £20,000 more, and it's even larger than the impressive XK8s. £60,000 is a lot to spend on a two-door car, and it's not until you drive this machine that you begin to understand its true values. Grand Tourers are not currently fashionable, but for anyone seeking a prestige highway express, this is a masterpiece. The onboard computer is quite a standard fixture with the BMW. I ran a 6 Series in California way back in the late 1970s, and the bloody thing never stopped pinging and ringing, and in the end the BMW couldn't sort it and I swapped it for a Jaguar. This, I have to say, is rather better, and if you press the knob it gives you all the standard displays that you need, and it can also keep you street legal, because if you select the limiter and you press the appropriate button, it tells me 29 is all we can go here without getting illegal, and there you go. I'm breaking the law. We'll switch it off quickly. On the open road it's silky smooth. The automatic box is a joy, really, as you'd expect of BMW. There is the extra advantage of being able to knock it sideways and then use the power of the V8 by holding each gear until the optimum position for change. That gives you really all the performance you could possibly hope for. There is, however, a serious hidden secret in this car, and although the car may have had a checkered past, this gearbox I adore. All you have to do is flick it, and it's like a sequential box off a touring race car. That's all it takes, and when you drop down, as I shall now, from 5th to 4th to 3rd, and at times with coming out of the limit, you can see just what it does. All it takes, heaven. Needless to say, a V8 engine under ordinary road conditions really does nothing for a living. We're doing only 1,000 revs here and we're at 50 miles an hour. It makes the power consumption surprisingly good for a V8. It averages at around 20 miles per gallon, and there's a limited top speed for those who've got a race circuit in their back garden of 155. The handling is very, very impressive. It's lowered because it's got the M Sport setup. It's 15 millimeters down, and it really corners completely flat. And one of the dangers with such a well-insulated car is that you really don't know the speed you're going round the corners unless you look down. The build quality is wonderful, and it does give you a great sense of safety and of control. In fact, it's a joy to drive. All those centuries ago, protection also worried the monks that ran this great Norwich cathedral. They built 4 secure exits from this great close, 3 massive houses that were in fact gatehouses, and a 4th directly onto the water just for insurance. It does appear, then or now, money can buy you great comfort and protection.